in the Storm Convention 2023 down here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. If you're not sure where our booth is, we are sitting right in front of our big semi Sub-Zero. Hey, listen, I've got a special guest with me right here, Mr. James Jackson. We talked a little bit yesterday as he did our little strongman competition late, real quick before we left. And I mean, he just absolutely just killed it. But he works for the TSA group. Basically, you're an engineer and a big brain is what I called him yesterday. Right. He kind of chuckled at that. Man, look, hey, thanks for coming back and sitting with me, man.
Yeah. I love to have you, and I love what you're doing here. I think you got a good platform. You guys are putting out some great content. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Good, man. Thank you so much, man. So what exactly is TSA Group? What do? You told me something about engineering and looking at numbers and jobs and basically the shit hit the fan, kind of.
Sure. So we're into structural engineers. The TSA Group is a group of structural engineers that specialize in new construction, but we also spun off into the forensic side of roofs and for construction defects. And then we have a forensic element that doesn't design new buildings. We have a forensic office that does everything related to legal support. And what I mean by legal support is we're giving homeowners and business owners, we're giving them a different methodology than what they are presented. If they get a bad engineer's report, this is America, and all we're doing is we're filling this void of this is economy. We're here to protect somebody or not be an advocate for them, but you have a right as an American to certain things, and second opinion is one of them. And right. A lot of times, and that's what we are.
And when you talk about forensics, those who don't know the true word, it's actually digging, researching.
Correct.
I mean, everybody's watched CSI and NCIS and all that, and they take it down to the forensics lab, and a round is shot from a weapon. They all have their grid marks and spiral striations and things like that. That's what forensics is. And that's what y'all do. Y'all get down to the dirty, and you pretty much show people, hey, here's the good, here's the bad. And guess what? It's about to get ugly if need be.
Exactly. So you're 100% right on everything you're saying. So in our world, we're not chasing bullets. We're looking at hail. We're looking at thermal event. We're looking at different causes, weather-related events that cause damage. And so the forensic side for us is looking at little bitty tears or little bitty ringlets on the roof, or asterisks or from a metal. It could be hail on that, or it could be all of these things we send them to a lab too.
So is this a plane? This a helicopter? This is you guys physically go and touch every house that hits it? You have somebody physically
100%.
there taking pictures, taking a sample of something if need be?
We will not give you an engineer's report without our engineers being on your job, and not only on your job, all of our guys get on the roof. Every single guy in the office can get on the roof. The owner can get on the roof.
See, that's amazing, because it's not like you're going off of when you give a report, it's because you're there.
Yeah.
You guys are the man on the ground, or stepping on the shingle, cutting the roof, doing what you got to do. And touching it out there in the sun, the rain, it doesn't matter, making shit happen, not just getting a report from 5 people down the line, or some photos that have been shared through email or text message, and now they're blurry as hell and you can't see anything.
100%. And so then we take it the next step for us. The technology comes into play. We can do moisture mapping to see, and what moisture mapping essentially is, for people that don't know, is you're detecting how much moisture is in the ceiling, or not in the ceiling, underneath the roof.
Okay.
And sometimes when a roof has layers, think about a roof like blankets, you're in bed, that water can get trapped in a different spot. And so with some of the technology we have, we can really trace this down to a root cause. Moisture mapping is one thing we do.
That's just amazing.
Yeah. And then it gives everybody another piece of ammunition or another tool, because if you have a certain amount of moisture in your roof, you need a whole new roof.
Yeah, that's just crazy, because it is what it is. I mean,
it is what it is.
Look, when you talk to an insurance company, they're like, but you don't have any damage.
Right.
No, I do have damage. You just can't see it. Well, that makes no sense. Well, I'm not giving you a roof with something I can't see.
You're 100%. And so we don't look at it. We work for the insurance companies and the insured. We work for both of them to kind of make sure that we're balanced out. But I can tell you one of the biggest differences, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier. This is America. The insurance companies have every right to protect their bottom line. And that all they're doing is they're protecting it, and they're right, they're on their side of the right. But there's a middle area that's gray that most homeowners and consumers and don't really have a clue about. Attorneys know. And so in this gray area is a percentage. And that percentage is a margin that people operate off of. And if the insurance companies take all that margin, that's not good. So we're just in here in that gray. All right. We do the technical things that you're not going to get done anywhere else. Like, we were talking earlier about forensics and the police department. We will cut a section of your roof out. We cut a section roof out. We mail it off to a lab, and the lab degreases every bit of that. He'll take all he'll degrease it, and he'll get down to the last bit of material, and he'll let you know exactly how well it's functioning once it's degreased. And then we have evidence we can take to court if needed to back up. Okay, we do all kinds of stuff.
That's just amazing. I'm still in all that everybody in your office or even the owner of the company can get on a roof and can do this themselves. It's not like y'all hire some, 21-year-old kid to go do stuff for you guys, and y'all are the engineers with big brains.
I can't say enough good things about the engineers in our firm. My job is to promote the business and develop it. But I have a construction background, and in this world of construction that we know, men don't respect, and women either, unless somebody's working hard. And in my office, the owner works harder than anybody. And he will get on the roof. So it leaves this void of hard work that you got to now go get because he gets it.
Oh, yeah.
He sets the tempo every day. The owner sets tempo. Vice president's in their office every day, daylight till dark. So that's what makes us really better at what we do than somebody that's just trying to do a million inspections.
Correct.
We take our time. Every inspection's detailed.
Yeah, it's paying attention to detail.
Every detail, because if you're an engineer and you miss a detail, so that's hurting your, that's a little bit of knock on it, right? And like if you want to be a perfectionist, you don't want to miss anything.
Right.
And that's really what we got in house. These guys don't want to miss anything.
Now, y'all are paid by the consumer?
Good. This is a very good question. Very good business question. Sometimes we are. More often than not, we're going to be paid by an attorney, because usually when it comes to us, the insurance company's already fired the first wave or round, and that first round is their engineer's report, and they're going to town with that. So you got to come back with something else.
Right.
Yeah. So then we respond with it and move forward. But usually it's the attorney that pays us. Sometimes we do work for property owners, multifamily. They pay us as well. We work for anybody, though.
That's what I'm saying. Anybody. I mean,
it's America.
At the end of the day, it's a business.
Yeah, you can hire me.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a business. Just like people are like, oh, you're just doing this for money.
It's America.
You go to work every day to make $1 to pay for bills, right?
We're not. Everything in this country is so good because everybody has worked harder than the minimum.
Correct.
That's just a fact, man. And if you hate that, like, that's on you. Like that is like, I'm all for the insurance companies making money, the attorneys making money, the homeowner getting covered, and everybody moving forward.
Yeah, everybody gets a piece of the pie.
Everybody gets a piece of the pie, and the homeowner or the property owner is taken care of, and we just keep moving forward.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, that's all it is. It's
absolutely.
I look at it just like it's the best country ever, and we're doing our part.
Hell yeah. So quick question. How does people get a hold of you personally, and how can they get a hold of your company if need be?
Great question. So I'm going to give you I'll give you my email.
Yeah.
Hey, I give you everything.
Email, office, cell, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Yeah. Anybody you want somebody to find you. How's that?
Absolutely. So you could email me at jjackson, letter J Jackson @tsa.group. You can call me at 972-213-0181. And then you can check us out you can check out our website. It's getting completely redone. So I'm going to send you to like the older one.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can go to the Structural Alliance, TSA. And we've got some really cool stuff. These guys, we do skyscrapers. We do Toyota Music Factory.
That's awesome.
We like this for us is bonus round.
Yeah.
It's bonus round. And then we what we bring in is we're coming to the table with, okay, guess what? Our firm we just built a skyscraper in Dallas, and we're out here looking at your roof. You know what I mean? Like,
I get it, man. I get it. That is just awesome.
So makes us feel good and it carries weight. So that's
I like it. I like the idea of you just want, oatmeal beat no meal.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And something is better than nothing. But if everybody can get their fair share, not like you said, not the insurance trying to take every 98%.
Yeah.
I think you're trying to divide 2% into 17 different elements. That's not fair.
No.
But if everybody can get their fair share and move on, and let's go to another job, another client, another piece of business.
Yeah.
Great, let's go.
Yeah. And honestly, it's just we're just a tool in the system that has to be used, because at the end of the day, if you have a dispute, you really want somebody on the job site that has all the good paperwork.
Right.
It's like, I want my engineers to have more paperwork than a good dog. Like, that's what I want, you know, and then that carries weight.
At the end of the day, it's all about CYA also.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is. It is, because if you don't, the other guy is going to do that and you're going to get in trouble.
Right.
It's 100% about that.
And then you're gonna have to answer to your uppers about why can this guy do it and we didn't do it? We look like an ass.
Yes.
Plain and simple, right?
100%. And that's a brilliant topic. Covering your tail. All right. When you first start out in business, nobody knows that until they get their tail knocked off.
Oh, absolutely.
And then once you get it knocked off enough, you're like, I'm covering it from this point out.
And this is one of the reasons that, like all my years in the car business, when I would train salesmen and things like that, one of the things I told them is, hey, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. That way you can listen twice as much as you talk. That way you don't get your ass whipped so much. That makes sense?
Oh, yes. all those life's lessons, though.
Yes.
I'm passing them on to my kids, but they ain't gonna hear shit. Excuse me, because they're not gonna hear anything. But it's
when they're 25 and it happens to them, they're gonna be like,
"Oh,
damn,
he would." That's what Dad was talking about.
Yeah, Daddy told
me that. Man, he wasn't lying.
Damn,
Dad.
I wish I'd have listened earlier. My bad, Dad.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
my 17, my kid made 17 yesterday, and my son's my pride and joy, and
Love it.
he it's fun. I'm gonna make it up to him whenever I get home. But at the same point in time, he's the same way. He's like, "Man, Dad, remember you told me that a couple of years ago?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, it happened. I thought it wasn't gonna happen to me. It happened. I said, "Dude, that's 47, man. Like I've been there, done that. You know, we didn't have iPhones to play on. You know what I'm saying? We did. Trust me, y'all think y'all do some dumb crazy stuff? Dude, we do some dumb crazy stuff back in.
They can't run out of stuff. We made stuff up when I was younger. I'd be like, let's make a game where we could die.
Yeah.
Not really, but I mean, we could.
He's like, man, there's rules for everything. I said, you know why they have rules for everything? Because of our dumbass.
Yeah, no shit. 100%, bro.
Man,
100%.
James, man, thank you again for coming see me. Let's do it. Hey, you gonna try and do the bag again before tomorrow?
Not today, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. Before tomorrow,
maybe
noon it shuts off.
Maybe yesterday I had 3 adult beverages before I went. I'm debating on tomorrow to try none or go for 6.
Hey,
I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, man, you showed up, man. You showed up yesterday. What you did? 22?
Yeah.
22 in 2 minutes, dude. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And look, dude, we got some young, bowed up little monsters around here that ain't even got that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, they're
nice.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, James.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, sir.